When I went into the Foreign Service, my main language was French, and I had a very big interest in Latin America, so of course they taught me Hebrew and sent me to the Middle East. That's the way the government works.
He's been there, you know, he's been in the action, he's learned about the policy, he's lived it.
When he sets up his class, he says, "I'm Secretary of State Sindelar, and you are my advisors. What do I do with this situation? What do I do in Syria?" You're placed in a position like you would be as if you were a Foreign Service officer.
I want anybody who's in my classes to be able to go into the State Department as a diplomatic officer, newly assigned, and feel comfortable in the meeting. You may not seize control of the meeting just yet because you're new, but you can feel comfortable, know what's going on.
That's it. The second thing is they've established a provisional government. Now, is this the first time that the SNC has done a provisional government?
Once we look at the history of the Middle East, we understand that there's certain reoccurring themes when it comes to, say, for example, religion or the role of the military, the role of external factors.
What was a thread that we talked about the Arab movement when confronted with Zionism after World War I?
He has this concept of threads, is what he calls it. So something that happened in history, you know, pre-Islam, how did that one incident or that one mindset carry through history, and how do you see it today?
I kind of think of it as a Persian rug or a tapestry. You know, you start with a few threads, and over time more and more threads get woven in until you've got this artistic Persian tapestry. In the 20th century, we haven't talked a lot about this thread yet, but as nationalism surfaces, parties surface, like the Muslim Brotherhood. And now the tribe is not always necessarily your blood ethnic tribe, it is now a political tribe.
There's a linkage between, you know, what happened, you know, thousands of years ago up until what's happening today, and you have to understand that in order to understand what's going on today.
We're always afraid of things we don't understand, and the only way to overcome ignorance is through education. So when we are not afraid of the other side of the world, then we're more willing to approach them and build those bridges.
I've become very passionate about what's going on in the Middle East, and I think that's a very, very important thing for all students to be exposed to, is different parts of the world of their interest or otherwise.
So much of what happens in the world today has an international component. Almost all the companies in Houston, any NGOs in Houston, 80–90% of them, if they're going to hire somebody, they probably have an overseas component. So it's that practical background, the preparation to go out there and hold a job, whatever it is.